Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are in St. Louis Park, of course, since it is St. Louis Park on location sports. We're bringing you Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights football, and they come in at home on senior night with an unfortunate record there. I was disappointed to see, because this is my first game. They're 0-6. They're taking on the Spartans 2-4. So the Spartans not having their best year either. I'm Robert Christensen. You're at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Glad you're with us. As we look at the crowd, 39-degree evening, light winds out of the west-northwest. So that means it'll be coming over from the back left from your view of our cameras right there. And there's Orono in their Penn State away-looking uniforms. They will kick off. That is number 3, Franklin Schwendeman, 5'11", 155 pounds. He kicks it off. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. That ball is received by Benilde as they look for their first win of the year on senior night. And a good night it is, and a nice return by Benilde's number 16. That is Nick Kinsey, 6'3", 185 pounds, just a freshman out there with that responsibility. Handles the ball well, brings it out over the 20, all the way to the almost 26-yard line as we look at the starting lineup at wideouts. And there is their quarterback, number 2, Nirvan Yogaraha, 6'3", 175-pound junior in the shotgun position here. 1st and 10 from about their 26. Back to pass, and a pass to the inside flanker on a button hook was number 33 with the reception. That's Xavier Lumpkin, a junior, 6'3", 175 pounds. Great start here for Benilde as we look at more of their starting lineups. McPherson, Schmid, Longschleder. That's actually for the Trojans, and also in the secondary at linebacker and in the deep secondary. Okay, 2nd down and 3. The screen pass caught, but it's going to be short of the 1st down, right in the middle of the field. We'll see where they mark forward progress. Completion to number 12. That is Luke Guggenberger, 6'4", 185-pound sophomore. It'll bring up 3rd and 3, so no gain on the completion. Back in the shotgun once again is Nirvan. Looks left, throws left, almost same play. Great catch this time again by number 33, Lumpkin. And he does bring it out to about the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. That's going to be enough for 1st down. So a conversion on 3rd. We'll call it the 38. 1st down on their first possession here in the 1st quarter. Clock winding down, 10:42 to go. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Now in the shotgun, trips right, single 2 slot backs to the near side on this short field. Nirvan calling out signals, could be changing the play. Number 2 in the shotgun, back to pass, looking right down the middle of the field. He goes on the fly pattern, and it comes just incomplete. The ball might have been slightly underthrown. It looked like it was receivable, and that is number 23 was the intended target on the fly pattern, Elliot Huther. And look at the replay here. Good strong arm by Nirvan, slightly underthrown, but also I think it could have been caught. And of course, Lumpkin saying that's on me. That brings up 2nd and 10 from the 38. Nirvan in the shotgun, trips right, 2 slot backs to the near side, looking right, facing pressure, runs out of the pocket and comes to the near sideline for a short gain. Let's call him out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain. That'll bring up their 2nd consecutive 3rd down. Clock stopped as he ran out of bounds with 10:14 to go. Good shot from our end zone camera right there. Nirvan Yogaraha, the junior, facing a 3rd and 7 from their own 42. Initial drive here, their 7th game of the year. He looks left to the sideline. It looks like the coach is changing the play. Now he communicates it to the wide receivers. Same formation each offensive play so far. This is their 6th. On 3rd down and 7. Looks right, throws right through the hands of Lumpkin. He would have been short of the 1st down had he received it. Incomplete. And the clock stops with 10:10 to go, and that'll bring up 4th down as we look at the replay. A little high there. But again, you can see the 1st yard marker in the background, and he was well short of it. So punting situation here for the Red Knights. Back to receive the punt is number 23, Elliot Huther, the senior. And back to receive for Orono is number 9. That is Victor Roulon, junior, 190 pound, 5'10". Orono in the Suburban Red Conference, 2-4 in the conference. Benilde 0-6. Good punt, and it's going to bounce at about the 25 and take an Orono bounce, and pouncing on it to down it is number 10, Nick Kelb, the 5'10", 175-pound senior, downs the ball. Let's see where they mark it as we look at the starting lineup for the Orono Trojans. On the line, you got Schleter, and I didn't catch them all. Then at fullback, Tishy, tailback, Rogers, McPherson, and at the wideouts, Fox and Perkins. Orono will start from their own 29 with 10:01 to go here. First quarter, no score. If you're just joining us, glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Okay, Orono comes out, no huddle, play called from the sidelines. The tailback, single setback, and refreshing to see a quarterback under center, and the handoff is going to be for a loss. The give was to number 4, Liam Rogers, the starting tailback, junior, 5'9", 175 pounds, gets caught by a ferocious, quick defensive line as we look at the names there and the graphics for the Red Knights at linebacker and in the secondary. There they are, Lumpkin, Mayeka, Crandall, and Wolf. All right, this brings up a 2nd and 14, a loss of 4, and on the snap, there's a quick whistle and a flag on the play. 9:29 remaining, and it's probably going to be a false start against the Spartans. Or are they going to pick up the flag? And maybe they are. Let's see. Any official word? Ball is at the... Okay, that was against the Red Knights, so they mark off 5 yards. So encroachment is the call. They did not get a free play, so the ball's at the 30, 2nd and 9. Clock winding down, 9:15 to go. Under center, number 10 for the Trojans, Kraus, and the handoff. I believe that was to Rogers, as it was, and that's his 2nd carry of the evening. First one was for a loss of 4. This one, much more positive results as he cuts back right there, cuts back again, finds an opening in the middle, and gets it out to the 38-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Clock winding down, first quarter. Under center is the quarterback, Kraus. Single tailback, handoff to Rogers. He finds some room on that off-tackle run. Well blocked as he gets daylight across midfield, and he gets taken down at about the 47-yard line. Here's that end zone camera. Look at that move right there. Lumpkin, though, not falling for it. He makes an excellent tackle. Xavier Lumpkin showing great football skills out there. That's a big-time tackle, folks, as he brings them down, but not before they get a first down, and they are now in Benilde territory. The quick shot to the near side, complete to number 8. That is Nash Tishy, senior, 6 foot, 195 pound. There he is with the reception, and he brings it to about the 42-yard line. Let's call it a gain of 7. Should be 2nd and 3. They're going to call it 2nd and 4. Now under 8 minutes. As we look at the tackles there by number 5, Went for the Red Knights. But Orono is on the move. 2nd and relatively short from the Benilde 42. Under center. Handoff on the crossbuck, finds more room. This is number 8 with the handoff. Tishy once again. This time taking the handoff rather than the reception, and he gets a first down as he finds a gaping hole on the right side of that line. Right there, there's our end zone camera. Nice cutback. Oh, and he lost his footing, and I have to say it has been raining quite a bit this afternoon in the metropolitan area. I was wondering about the slickness of the field before I got here, and that is your answer. It is a little bit slick out there. All right, under center for Orono. Again, number 10, Kraus. And the handoff, and this time he is met by a wall, led by number 55 for the Red Knights, Brian Banks, the 6'2", 255-pound senior defensive lineman. There he is. Not having any of it right there as he stood up the center and just took him down. Also in on the tackle, number 1, William Fratelloni, the 6 foot, 195-pound senior as well. Great defensive stop there. That's gonna bring up a 2nd and 12, under 7 minutes to go. First quarter, under center, Kraus, single setback, is number 4, Rogers. Now the first pass attempt. It's a nice slant from the right side. And I think that might be Tishy on the reception, and it is. Nope, this time it's number 9. That's Victor Rulin, the 5'10", 190-pound junior. Does a little slant, and he takes the reception in, gets brought down, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Key 3rd down here, deep in Red Knight territory at the 21, to be exact. 6 minutes to go exactly, first quarter. Kraus under center, single setback, double wideouts, and the pitch to the left side is to number 4. That again is Liam Rogers, and he finds plenty of room, still on his feet, and finally brought down on the far side at around the 12 or 13 yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down. There's the pitch. Look at the blocking up front by Orono. Huge hole there. Gang tackled, still on his feet. Tough running there by Liam Rogers, the junior. And Orono is in business in the red zone. They are at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. They can get a first down without scoring. In motion is number 8, Tishy. And the handoff to Rogers. I thought he lost him momentarily, but he does fall forward all the way over the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1 yard to go approximately. There's the handoff. Breaks that tackle, finds some room in the middle, takes a big hit, but does bring it down to the 3-yard line. They're gonna call it 2nd and 1. Maybe 2, my angle. Looks like it's on the 3. 2nd and 2 for a first down. 3 yards for a touchdown. The handoff, and right away, taken down, reading that play, shooting the gap was the Red Knight defense. And that is gonna be a loss of about 3 on the play. Here's that replay. Who made that? Great read right there. Number 69, Bryce Comerfield, the 5'10", 250-pound senior defensive lineman. Tackles them for a loss, and now they're back on the 5. 3rd, and they can get a first down. So it's 3rd and 4 to get a first down. Obviously 5 yards to get the touchdown, no score. Clock continues to wind down, 4:07 to go. Under center is Kraus, as he has been the entire drive. And the handoff to number 4, Rogers, and he is trapped behind the line again for another loss. This time, number 55 on the tackle for the Red Knights. Brian Banks with the 2nd big play of the drive on defense. And now it is 4th and 6 to go for a first down. 4th and 7 for the touchdown. And I'm not sure I can see any kicking team coming in, so the Spartans are gonna go for it. They're 2 and 4 in the Suburban West. Red Knights 0 and 6, looking for their first win. This would be a heck of a defensive stand right here. And Kraus, play action, throws into the end zone, and it's dropped at a stop. I think it was tipped in the end zone by Fratelloni, or possibly number 4, Slater Crandall, as that ball was intended for that guy right there, number 8, Tishy. And a nice defensive stop by the Red Knights. There's the play action, roll out right, pulls up short, lofts it, and it might add a little, just got maybe touched there by number 3. That was Franklin, no, who is that? That's Quinlan McOmany, 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. I think he got a little bit on it. It was not tipped, calls. Now here's that replay. Nope, he did miss it. Look at that camera angle. And he just wasn't able to complete it, so that's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Red Knights. From their own 7, they're in a deep hole, but our score still remains at 0. In the shotgun, number 2, Nirvan Yogaraha. Back to pass, looking, pressure to the near side in his own end zone, trying to get rid of it, and he throws it out of bounds while he was out of the pocket. Incomplete. Smart move by Yogaraha.
Makes it second and 10 from the 7.
And it'll be 2nd and 10. He felt the pressure. Good elusiveness going against the grain to his left, and you're able to get rid of it. That takes some strength just to throw the ball that far when you're going against the grain there, across the body. Now, Yogaraha, looks like he got the play from the near side. No huddle, trips to the near side. Single setback behind to the left of Yogaraha, and he does give the handoff, and he is met after a couple yards as he falls forward to maybe the 11 for a short gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7. They're going to call 3rd and 8. So a big 3rd down play here coming up for the Red Knights. It'll be their 3rd of the game. First of this drive that started on about their own 4. 3rd and 8 from the 9. Yogaraha, shotgun, fake handoff. There's the slot, he was wide open and he just missed it. Intended for number 12, Luke Guggenberger, the 6'4", 185-pounder, unable to bring it in. It led him just a little bit, but he was open. Nice handoff, fake wide open, just unable to bring it in, and sure he was gonna get met there, coming across the middle. It's gonna hurt. So that is a failed conversion right there. It led him a little bit much. Results in a 4th down punting situation for the Red Knights at 2:29 to go here, first quarter. That ball's punted up. It's gonna be short as it bounces at the Red Knight 36, but they get a favorable bounce as it rolls all the way out as they try to coax it along to the 45-yard line. But Orono is gonna be in great field position here late in quarter number 1, 2:17 to go. The Red Knights have had 2 drives. After a couple first downs in drive number 1, they had to turn it over, and then that was their first drive, or their second drive, and they were 3 and out from deep in their own territory. Now Orono has great field position in Red Knight territory at the 45. They come out, no huddle. Under center is Kraus for Orono. 3 wideouts, 2 at the top, 1 at below, in motion, and the handoff to the tailback. Again, that is number 4, Liam Rogers. And he gets a good gain kind of up the middle there before he's brought down at about the 39. Let's call it a gain of 6 as we look at our end zone replay. Missed tackle there by the Red Knights. Finally coming in, he is gang tackled, but a 7-yard gain for Liam Rogers. And the Spartans are 2 second and 3, second and short. And you always love those situations. I always think it's a good time to go to the end zone right here. 3 wideouts, man in motion. The handoff to the motion man was number 9 for Orono, Victor Rulin, and he breaks a tackle and stays on his feet and rumbles all the way down to the 20-yard line. Did he get out of bounds, or the clock continues to run? They stop the clock, maybe just to move the chains. 1:31, now it's running again, so he did not get out of bounds. Here's the replay from the end zone. And Lumpkin comes up and makes another spectacular tackle. My gosh. That guy can play football, he can tackle. That's the 2nd great tackle that I've seen, or I remember tonight. I think we're gonna see more from Mr. Lumpkin. Nevertheless though, 1st and 10 from the 21, 1:07 to go. Clock running down late here in quarter number 1. Kraus, fake handoff, comes up passing, and it threw it behind number 44, Brady McPherson, the 6'3", 205-pound junior, was wide open as well. Kraus set up nice, he was pressured. May have also been tipped, I thought there, Paul, right there, but it was behind number 44. McPherson, that brings up a 2nd and 10. Clock stopped on the incompletion with 58 seconds to go. Red Knights with their back against the wall for the 2nd time tonight here in the first quarter. Handoff to Rogers, breaks a tackle, finds room in the middle. And, ooh, we got an injury maybe. Oh, there was a fumble possibly, but I think they called him down.
Tackle made by number 22, Andrew Walters.
On the tackle for the Red Knights was number 22, Andrew Walters, 5'9", 180-pound junior. There's Kraus. Came up, that was the play before. And they're gonna call it 1st and 10 on that run at exactly the 10. So 1st and goal from the 10. Here's that replay. And the missed tackle by number 5 went, unfortunately. And we've lost my feed there, Paul, just so you know, on my monitor. Play continues. 21 seconds to go. Orono, there is Rogers. He's right up against the goal line, and they're going to call it a touchdown from 10 yards out.
To number 4, Liam Rogers.
Liam Rogers gets the Spartans on the board. That score will come with 15 seconds to go with a run basically up the middle, 10 yards on 1st and goal. Gets Orono their first score of the night. They're up 6-0 and in to kick the extra point. Number 3 is Franklin Schwendelman, 5'11" senior. Ball down, kick up and through, no flag. The point is good. And our score, right at the tail end of quarter number 1, 7-0 Spartans. They come in with a 2-4 record. Benilde 0-6, looking for their first win. They had a very strong first drive, got a couple first downs, and they stalled. Then they put up a great defense against the first possession for Orono, and then on the second possession, Orono had great field position and mostly on their running game with Liam Rogers, their tailback, leading the way, scores it from 10 yards out with 15 seconds to go.
Franklin Schwendelman back to kick off for the Spartans.
And Paul, once again, I don't have my monitor. I'm not sure what the deal is, but FYI, as we're about to
receive the kick is number 10, Nick Called.
have the kickoff for the Spartans. And again, that's number 3 who just made the extra point. Franklin Schwendelman, the 5'11", 155-pounder, will kick it off. Deep to receive are 2 Red Knights. And it goes to the far side and gets by number 18. It was number 10 back to receive, Nick Kalb, and number 18, Dominic Argenta, and it took a bounce and almost hit Argenta, but it did get by him, and that's going to be a touchback. And the Red Knights will start their next possession here late in the first quarter, still 15 seconds on the board, and they'll start at their own 20. And coming in to quarterback the team, their junior, Nirvan Nogaraha in the shotgun. Trips to the near side, single wide out to the right, and the handoff in the middle should get us to the end of quarter number 1. That handoff was to number 19, Owen Gurton. And that is the end of the first quarter. With that run, we'll have 2nd and 9 when we come back for quarter number 2. Our score is 7-0. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports live on YouTube. Glad you're with us. Come on back for quarter number 2.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our technical skills, our math, our engineering skills. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills. You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
I have a monitor though. I know we're back. Okay, Robert Christensen here with you, ParkTV 16 Sports. Paul, my monitor is not working, so I can't see the replays, FYI. But otherwise, I've got an eye on the game. And we're underway here in the second quarter. Red Knights with the ball. I think we may have missed one play there due to some technical difficulties. Clock winding down, 11:25 in the shotgun. Nirvan looks down the middle on the post pattern, and he gets by him, and it's complete to number 12, Guggenberger. And he is going to be taken down at about the 15, 16-yard line, but the post pattern on 3rd and 10 works for the Red Knights. And what an arm by Nirvan Yogaraha, the 6'3 junior, connects to Guggenberg, and that brings the home crowd to their feet. They've had a tough year this year, and now they are in business here at the 16-yard line in the shotgun. Yogaraha back to pass, and another post pattern, and it goes off the fingertips. Intended there for number 13, Khalif Brown, the 6'2 sophomore. They just miss almost a certain touchdown there. Clock stop now, 11:01 to go. Ball on the 15, 2nd and 10. Best scoring opportunity of the evening comes right on the heels of an Orono touchdown late in the first, and this would be just what the doctor ordered. And the fly pattern is complete. Touchdown, Red Knights. Yogaraha complete to Khalif Brown, who he just missed a moment ago. And he brings them in within 1 point. That score coming here early in the second quarter, 10:57. The completion from Yogaraha to number 13, Khalif Brown, draws the Red Knights to within 1 point, pending the extra point. Now into kick is number 23 for the Red Knights, Elliot Hitter, 6'3", 180-pound senior, to tie it up. And there seems to be some delay. A Red Knight in the end zone, now getting back on side. It's the center, so a very important person there, number 11 to do the center, Jack Schull. All important extra point here to tie it up, and the kick is good. Good snap, good placement. Number 23 Hitter converts, and we're tied at 7 with 10:57 to go here, first quarter at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us on really what's turned out to be a good night. It rained all day, upper 30s, but very little wind out of the west is making it quite pleasant night to play. The one question mark I've had, and I've only seen one example of it, is whether the rain is causing any kind of slick conditions out there, which oftentimes favors the defense because they can make a cut. And if they're balanced, they won't slip as easily on the wet surface. But if you're on defense and your momentum's going another way and you respond to that cut and you slip, it's going to be a lot harder to make that. What's that? The red cord? Okay. Oh. Well, maybe. Yeah, the power's on. And I did move it. I have a blue screen, I guess. I think that's blue. Yeah, I am kind of futzing with the thing. All right, well, I'll keep talking. I don't need the monitor. All right, Red Knights tied it up. 10:57 to go, early in the second quarter. And back to kickoff. We just converted the extra point. Elliot Hitter, the senior, and the Red Knights showing a pulse here tonight. Tied at 7, the kickoff, and deep to receive it. And a good kickoff all the way to the 3-yard line. And Orono runs it out in the middle of the field. And number 11 in on the tackle is Jack Schull for the Red Knights, but not after a fine return by the Spartans, as they'll now start their third possession of the evening. And they got it out to about the 24 near the right hash mark, and they come from the sideline. The play is called. Under center is number 10, Charlie Krause. He's a senior, and he's usually not in the shotgun, and he is under center here. Very refreshing to see. And he backs up, gets hit at the helmet, but gets the throw off complete to number 44 for the Spartans. That is Brady McPherson.
Pass complete
The 6'3", 205-pound junior with the reception, and the gain will be out to about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and short. Let's call it 3. The gain is 7. Clock continues to wind down. Under 11 minutes to go. 10:20 to be exact. Spartans in the huddle. They break the huddle. Out comes Kraus. He's going to be under center once again. Double wideouts to the right. Single setback. Kraus calling signals. And the handoff is to number 11. That is Joseph Greennagel, and the Red Knights make another great running stop, and they've had their issues there. They've made some great stops for losses, but they've also given up some big gainers as well. But that time they met the challenge, and they caught the running back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 1, maybe 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 30, and a chance for the Red Knights to really get momentum on their side. They just scored. They can force a 3 and out. That is really going to help their psyche here. All right, now here is the calling signals. Kraus back to pass. Fake handoff. Throws out to the right flat, and it's complete. Well thrown, breaks a tackle, and he's going to get more on that far sideline. The completion was to number 83 for Orono. Hunter Fox, the 6', 175-pound junior, comes up with a clutch reception, and what a great throw by Kraus. Clock continues to wind down. 1st and 10 for Orono, just crossing midfield. Ball at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Just under 9 minutes to go here. 2nd quarter, we're tied in the Suburban Red Conference matchup, and now to the near side. Kraus gets rid of it quickly. To the near side, that's number 2 on the reception, Logan Chappell, the 6'4", 190-pound junior with the reception. That's a big gain on 1st down. It's going to get it down to about the 41-yard line on the near hash mark. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to wind down, 8:30 to go. Substitutions for the Spartans. They huddle up at around the 50. Now they break huddle. Clock continues to wind down, 8:19 to go. Tie score on really a nice mid-October night here. Upper 30s, I should say, no wind. Kraus with the handoff and taken down. In on the tackle for the Red Knights, number 55, of course, Brian Banks. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
And now 3rd and 6, quite a different proposition for the Spartans. They converted on their last 3rd down with a play out to the right flat. Clock now underway, 7:36 to go. Kraus under center, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the near side, single setback, quick throw on the slant, caught, breaks the tackle to number 10, that is Charlie Kraus, or excuse me, that's not number 10, Kraus threw it. Let's see, 83 on the reception for the Spartans. That's Hunter Fox, the 6', 170-pound junior. And once again, Kraus connects on 3rd on a great pass play. That's their 2nd 3rd down conversion on this drive. 7:10 to go. We're tied at 7. Ball on the Benilde 24. 1st and 10 to go. Orono breaks huddle. Kraus going to be under center, 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far, single setback. Kraus under center, puts the man on the far in motion, fake handoff, and no, he does give it, and it's going to be met by that stout defensive lineman for the Red Knights. Again, Banks on the stop there, so Orono having a hard time running the ball, and that's going to be a loss of 1. Banks with the stop there. We're tied at 7. Clock continues to run down here. First half, 2nd quarter. 6:26 and running. 2nd and 11 now on the loss of 1. Kraus under center. 3 wideouts in motion, and the handoff to the motion man, and he cuts it back on the middle, finds some room, and before he stopped for a short gain at about the 22.
Krause's handoff to
And
number
that's going to
4,
bring up another third down. Orono is 2 for 2 on this drive from third down territory. It's going to be 3rd and long, their longest of this drive. 3rd and 8 from the Red Knight 22. Big play here as we are now under 6 minutes to go here, second quarter. Orono in the huddle. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, looking for their third. Red Knights looking for the stop here, trying to get possession and get a lead before the end of the first half. And back to pass on the play action, coming out and going to the right side and being tackled. It's going to be very close to a first down. They very well may have converted it. The completion to number 44 for Orono is Brady McPherson, and they're going to mark him short. 4th and short. Orono with no huddle. Krause under center, trying to take Benilde off guard. With the sneak, rushes forward. He's going to get the first down, barring a flag on the play. Clock stopped with 5:02 to go, and a conversion for Krause on the sneak. And they were very smart to go without a huddle there. Try to catch Benilde off guard. And the ball will be spotted, it looks like the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10, clock now still winding down, 4:44 to go. Krause throws some piece of equipment to the sideline. Coach comes out to pick it up. He was still on the field when they did the call, not sure that's a penalty, and now running in, untouched. On the pitch to number 11, Joseph Greenagel. Hits the end zone with 4:27 to go.
Result of the play is a touchdown.
No flags on the play. It's going to count, and that's going to put the Spartans up 13-7. That score coming with 4:27 to go. And it was basically just a power rush to the left side over the tackle. And he had clear sailing all the way to the end zone. Now in to attempt the extra point, Schwedelman. And that is good. So after that drive by Orono, they go up 14-7. That score again comes with 4:27 to go. The Red Knights will have an opportunity to answer and respond before the end of the half, and that's what they got to do. Just like last time, they answered right back. And this would be a good time to answer right back again as they come out to receive the kickoff. In their red uniforms, deep to receive for the Red Knights, the tandem of number 10, Nick Kalb, along with number 18, Dominic Argenta. Out to attempt the kickoff, Franklin Schwedelman, the kicker for Orono. 14-7 our score. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We're streaming live on YouTube. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. Close game here, 14-7. And Schwedelman with the kickoff from the 40. Deep kick received by Argenta at about the 3. Brings it to the near side. Follows a block there and brings it out to across the 25 and falls to the 26 before he's brought down. And that's where Benilde will start their next drive with 4:21 to go here, second quarter. And the Red Knights come out quickly. They're going to go no huddle. Call pre-made by the sideline coaches. And that is number 2, Nirvan Yogaraha in the shotgun. He's got trips to the near side, single wide out to the left, single setback in the shotgun. 4:21 to go, 1st and 10. Looks down the middle, now throws left. He's got an opening there. Oh my goodness, and it just got tipped by number 18, I believe, on defense for the Spartans. George Perkins, the 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. And I don't have the benefit of the replay, so maybe Paul can let me know if he sees it, but that was a nice play. But he had broken free behind the secondary. There was just a little bit more on that ball. It would have been to the end zone. Now it's a 2nd and 10. Clock stopped with 4:16 to go.
2nd and 10 from 26.
Handoff now up the middle. And after a short gain, he's met, but able to fall forward. It's going to be a gain of about 4. depending on the spot, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 from right at the 30. Clock winding down, now under 4 minutes to go, 3:54. Nirvan in the shotgun, trips to the far side, single wide out to the near side. Fake handoff, and the completion was a little high, but made, and that's going to be a 1st down as Nagaraha finds number 12, Luke Guggenberg, as he leaps for it across the middle and makes the reception. Now the Red Knights in the no huddle. Clock stop, now running again. 3:35 to go. 4 wideouts, both on either side. And the handoff is to number 10 for the Red Knights, Nick Kalb, and he takes it across midfield and falls to about the 47-yard line. A good gain there. We'll bring up 2nd and about 1. 3:18 to go. The Red Knights on the march, down 7. Late here in quarter number 2. Yogaraha in the shotgun. 4 wideouts, 2 to either side. Single setback to the left as they look to the sideline and a play call change. Now 3 minutes to go. Clock winding down. 14-7. Back to Yagaraha, roams to his near side. Now he's going to tuck it under and start running, and he gets pushed out of bounds quickly by Orono's number 23, Mason Beltran, on the stop after a short gain. Well, it was a gain of 6. It's going to be 2nd. Oh, 1st and 10. He got the 1st down. My mistake. Great run there. Ball on the 43. 2:49 to go. Clock stopped. Yagaraha in the shotgun, and now we have a timeout by the Spartans. They don't like what they see, as the Red Knights did have some momentum going, and so for no other reason, that's why I would have called timeout if I was the Spartans head coach, Joe McPherson. Red Knights are on a roll there. This would be their 2nd consecutive scoring drive, so a very smart timeout just to cool their jets. Try to change it up here a little bit. Both teams are meeting with their coaches on the field as they talk it over. Red Knights here, they are, what, 0-6 as we were saying. I think this is their 2nd to the last game. They have 1 more coming up. Must be MAA weekend next week, as they will host Robbinsdale Cooper on Wednesday, October 19th, right here at McQuinn Athletic Complex. Okay, Red Knights are through with their timeouts, so are the Spartans. Just to orient you, there's 2:49 on the clock. We're in the 2nd quarter. You're streaming, watching us live on YouTube. This is ParkTV 16 Sports. Glad you're with us. Benilde trying to tie it up here late in the 2nd quarter. Great matchup so far, great football action. Yogaraha in the shotgun, 4 wideouts. Looks left, gets forced out of the pocket. Pulls up, lets it fly, and it's complete. On the run, what a great pass by Yagaraha, and he completes it to number 13, Khalif Brown, who had broken free on the left side for the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Red Knights. Clock stop with 2:40 to go. Ball on the left hash mark, just inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, they'll call it the 25. Yagaraha in the shotgun, trips to the near side, single wide out to the left, single sat back to the left of Yagaraha, comes back, lets it fly on the 1-on-1 coverage, and turning and intercepting it, but there's going to be a flag on the play, and that might go against Orono as it came from the end zone judge. And I don't know, let's see here. Red Knights seem to be staying on their offense, staying on the field. They're not going to get possession. I think it's a 10-yard penalty, if I'm not mistaken, in high school football. 2:20 to go here in the 2nd quarter. 14-7 our score, and they are going to call defensive interference on the cornerback for Orono. He had turned, but I think they're going to call a push-off. I don't have the benefit of the replay. Hopefully you do at home. But to set the stage, the ball's going to be on the 12 with the markup. 1st and 10, 2:20 to go. And I can tell you there are some Orono folks up here in the press box. They are not happy with that call. And Paul's in my ear here, and it was a bad call, according to Paul, the producer. But a break, you know what? Everybody gets breaks in any type of athletic contest. Now Yegorov checks up, lets it fly, and there were two receivers in the same place, but wide open was number 17, Max Kloss, the sophomore, 6 foot, 165-pounder, wide open, and I think, you know, Yager Rahoff, he did hesitate, and that's probably what cost him. I'm not sure if he saw that other receiver breaking to that middle or he was avoiding a defender, but he needed to get rid of it, and you did see him pump and then have to pull back before he let it go, and that delay cost him the touchdown, I believe. 2:14 to go, 2nd and 10 from the 12. Yager Rahoff in the shotgun, roams right, gets forced, avoids a tackle, might have some room, pulls up, lets it fly, and he tried to attend it for number 13, Brown, who gets then taken down late, and now another push back in retaliation with Jack Scholl, and there could be some ejections. I'm not sure what the rules are, but we have some unsportsmanlike conduct activity. And again, I don't have the replay. I think 2 players are going to get unsportsmanlike conducts, but there was an original flag I saw out of the corner of my eye that I think relates to the pass play. So several infractions they got to sort out here. And this all comes with 2:06 to go. So that was the original call, Paul. There was interference. And then okay, so the flag, there was no interference call. The first flag was based on the push by Orono, and then there came a push by Benilde. Did I get that straight? Yeah, I think so. That's my memory of it anyway. All right, referees are huddled around inside the 10-yard line on the far sideline, and this is a little complicated. 2:06 on the clock. Red Knights are driving for a tying score here. It was 2nd and 10 from the 12 before. This could be offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct. That's what I think is going to be the result here. Let's see. All right, they're going to let us know. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Spartans. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Red Knights. I was right. No microphone, but I think that's an offset, and it's going to be 1st and 10 maybe, or is it repeat 1st down? Yes, on the offsetting calls. So no harm, no foul. They offset. Red Knights are going to get another chance. Plenty of time on the clock here. Scoreboard still says 2nd and 10, but I believe, according to Paul, our producer, it's going to be 1st and 10. Let's see. Second down is still what's being displayed on the marker on the field and also on the scoreboard as they continue to discuss it. Now they're moving the chains back, and they are going to move the ball back to the 21, which is where, I'm not sure why. Was that where it was?
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Spartans, which is after.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 21, 2:06 on the clock. New life for the Red Knights. Yager Rahoff looks right, throws right. He's got a wide open receiver. He's looking for a flag, and he's not going to get it. As the ball seemed overthrown, I thought he could catch up to it. I didn't see the replay, Paul. Was he hampered there a little bit? Was there a little grab in there? Maybe not. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 regardless. 2:02 on the clock, not much. Okay, good no call. 2nd and 10 from the 21. 2:02 to go. It would be huge for the Red Knights to get a score here. Late in the first half. Yager Rahoff tucks it under, still keeps his head up. I like how he does that. He's going to let it go. It's going to be out of bounds. As a Red Knight gets taken down, I'm not sure that got on our camera view. It looked like he slipped a little bit. That might have been Argenta, but clearly Yager Rahoff was throwing it away. And now, is that going to be 3rd and 10 now from the 21? 1:53 to go. And you wonder at 0-6, Paul, if they're going to go for it on 4th down if they can't convert this. And now there's going to be a penalty, and it's going to send them back. So they're going to get another 2nd down, but it's going to be 2nd and 25.
2nd and 25
from the 35. They've got to get to the 10 for a first down, and that is quite a bite to chew. I think they got to look at it in 3 downs here. Try not to get it all at once. Okay, Yagaraha in the shotgun, and now we got a timeout taken by Orono. It's their second of the half, and both of them have been on defense, and so they'll talk it over. As Orono didn't like what they saw in the formation, and they want to talk it over. Probably based on something they saw on the films, but clearly showing a lot of respect for this Benilde offense. They don't want to give up a score here late. They understand the momentum of this game, or any sports activity, and especially football. Momentum can really carry you through. So Red Knights trying to get something to be positive on here, as they are looking for their first win of the year, and I'm sure they saw this as a great opportunity against the 2-4 Spartans. And of course, the Spartans having an off year, looking for another win, trying to get back to 500 before the end of the year. I'm sure that's their goal, and that would be an admirable one, to get a 500 year here in the Suburban Red before going into the postseason. Okay, following the timeout once again, 1:53 to go. Ball on the 35, 2nd and 25. Yagaraha back to pass the screen, complete in the middle, trying to make a tackle, and does. And coming to the near side for the Red Knights is number 13 with a big gainer, is Khalif Brown. And the screen pass worked to perfection, and a big gainer for the Red Knights. Clock continuing to wind down as he stayed in bounds on the tackle, but what a great touch play, and a better reception for the Red Knights as they are going no huddle. And they are on the 21. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 11 after the 14-yard gain. And now a flag from the backfield and the side judge, and that's going to be a delay of game. It is, or a false start on the Red Knights. My goodness.
5-yard penalty.
That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it 3rd and 16. There's a minute and 11 to go here. Clearly they're in 2-down territory. I'm not sure how much confidence they have in their kicking game from this far out. At the 26, it'd be a 42-yarder. That's quite a kick in high school. I doubt that's in the cards. So they got 2-down territory, so they don't have to get it all at once here, but that 5-yard penalty definitely hurt them. 1:09 to go on the clock. Running down to 105. Yagara in the shotgun, back, stays in the pocket, looking, steps up, lets it go right in the middle, and it's intercepted, as he did telegraph that pass, I'm afraid. And it was intercepted
by number
11 for the Spartans. That is Joseph Greenagle. And I think he read that. There was another Spartan. I don't have the benefit of the replay, but they were both closing in on that. Yeah, he was way covered from my memory of it.
Once again, if you are
and I like Yagarov's throw, though. He's really powerful. He steps in there and lets that ball fly. He's definitely very talented. And I think they should keep throwing it. They're just missing. He's just missing him by a little bit. And that was a golden opportunity that goes by the wayside. On the interception, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 3, and calling signals Kraus under center. Almost gets the Red Knights to jump, hand off to the near side, finding some room, and out across the 10 to about the 12, maybe the 13-yard line. So a good gain. It'll be close to a first down on that run for the Spartans.
By number 60, William Howell for the Red Knights.
Tackle was by Howell, number 60. 6'2", 215-pound senior. Clock, 37 seconds, continues to wind down. Orono probably content to go in with the 14-7 lead. They're deep in their own territory. They don't want to make any mistakes. Give the Red Knights a turnover here late, deep in their own territory. Now Kraus under center, 2 wideouts, 1 on either side, tailback and the handoff, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage by number 15 for the Red Knights, Chase Brixius, and number 55, once again, Brian Banks. And Brian Banks is something else, along with Xavier Lumpkin on defense. It's surprising that the Red Knights are 0-6. They seem a lot better than that, but they're in a tough conference, and that will signal the end of the first half. Our score from the McQuinn Athletic Complex, 14-7 Spartans. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Come on back for the third quarter. Oh, we're gonna stay up. Thank you. That's right, it's senior night. So we'll be providing some commentary, so hang with us as we acknowledge the seniors, and I'm not sure how many there's going to be. This could be quite a few. As we have this beautiful program here, and there are some seniors to be honored. As I mentioned before, Red Knights were on the road the last 2 nights. All right, good. Yep. So there'll be 15 seniors honored with their parents as they make their way out there. And I don't know about the monitor here, Paul. Are we out of luck tonight with this, I suppose? All right, not a concern. You know, I have this photographic memory, so who needs electronic replay? Just checking the weather to see if it's changed much here as we await the halftime ceremonies. Again, this is the interesting aspect of this matchup tonight is can the Red Knights, and there's 20 minutes on the clock, so it'll be a long halftime in case you're keeping track at home. You want to run to the refrigerator or down the block to get a snack or two. Come back and enjoy this second half. It promises to be a good one. Orono won the toss, and I think they elected to defer. So with that 14-7 lead, they're going to start out on offense. As we look to see, and I do see a group of parental-looking folks with some players over on that far side. And they're about to begin, and it basically is a parade. They'll be coming from the right to the left. They're in the end zone on the south end. And I think that's Dominic Argenta who's gonna lead the way with his parents. And I do have some information I can share with each of these players.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight for senior night.
And the PA announcer is gonna introduce the festivities. I'm not sure we can hear it. And I'll try to repeat what he says and bring it along to you, along with whatever information I have on these 15 seniors that they're honoring tonight with their parents. And here comes the first honoree. Parents Peter and Ofri, that's Dominic Argenta. His nickname is the Dominator. And a nice sentiment is read. Next is Brian Banks, number 55, 6'2", 255-pounder. His nickname is Big Banks, with the S, a dollar sign. Perfect name. And next is number 69, Bryce Comfort, 5'10", 215-pounder. Nickname not applicable. Best part of Red Knight football, he writes, tackling.
Mom, I miss you every day. Your humor brought joy to everyone that knew you.
And his parents is, or his parent here is Pat Comerford.
Number 63.
Next to be honored is Jack Dietz, number 63, defensive line, 6'3", 255-pounder. Boy, they weren't this big when I played high school football. My goodness. His nickname is Hitman. Ouch. And next
up, we have number 1, Will Fratellone.
Is number 1, Will Fratellone. His nickname is Frat. His parents are David and Jessica, and he is a defensive back and a running back, 6 foot, 195 pounds. Will Fratellone. And next up, number 52, Dan Gelling, offensive line, 5'10", 225. Nickname, Dirty Dan.
Next up, we have number 6, John Gettle.
Next up, Jonathan Gettle, running back and linebacker, 5'9", 165 pounds. Nickname, John,
Next,
Jon.
William Howell, number 60. William is escorted
Next
by
now is William Howell. He is a defensive lineman, 6'2", 215 pounds.
Next up
And his
is
nickname is his last name. They call him Howell. And next is Elliot Hitter, spelled Huether, but I was corrected earlier this evening. It's Hitter, so Elliot, 6'3", wide receiver, defensive back, kicker, punter, 180 pounds, nickname Punt God. My goodness, and he was the punter. Punt God, great nickname. Next, Nicholas Kalb, number 10. We've called his name tonight. Running back, linebacker, 5'10", 175 pounds. Nickname is his last name, Kalb.
Next up is number 81.
His parents, Bob and Ann. Next, Jimmy Mendel, outside linebacker, running back, 5'9", 180 pounds. Parents, Robert and Nancy. Those are my parents' names. My goodness. Jimmy Mendel's nickname, Jimbo. I remember there was a bear, right? Jimbo Fisher. There's probably a lot of Jimbos in the NFL over the years, right? Okay, next, Sam Peters, defensive back, 6 foot, 175 pounder. No nickname, but his favorite memory of best part of Red Knight football, locker room shenanigans. I don't even want to inquire. Then CJ Sauer, 61, offensive line, 5'10", 235, nickname the Mayor. Might be a future politician there. His parents, Pat and Ken.
Now we would like to recognize senior Anya Cooper and our cheerleading squad.
And now this cheerleaders, and I don't know if I have the names of them, unfortunately. I have a program here, maybe.
To fight the adversity in the pursuit of things she loves.
I don't think I do.
Now we would like to recognize the BSM dance team seniors.
Oh, now we're going to recognize the dance team seniors, and I did find some cheerleaders. There was one, Ania Cooper.
Escorted by Julie and Chris Hughes.
And I don't know if it's the, oh, there's quite a few more people. I'm afraid I do not have names for these seniors, unfortunately, but hopefully you can recognize them.
Next, we have Lily Butler, escorted by Mary.
But their participation in their activities are just as important and part of the overall cultural experience of playing high school sports or being in dance line activities or cheerleaders.
Now Megan Cornell.
They're all teams and they all compete. And what a great experience to be a Red Knight. 13 minutes to go here in the halftime.
Escorted by Amy and Samantha DePaula.
And there's still about a dozen other people to introduce. We're working on the monitor. There's a new red cord and it still says no signal.
Emily Freedom, escorted by Deb and Mike Freedom. Next is Sydney Capan, escorted by Carol and Darren Capan. Mary Kobe, escorted by Ann and Jason Kobe. Next up is Ella Kasurik, escorted by Maylin and Chris Kasurik. Next up we have Francesca Lichtenberger, escorted by Allison Terrell. Captain Abby Lohman, escorted by Mary and John Lohman. Captain Gabby Nyquist, escorted by Robin and Rick Nyquist. And our last senior tonight is Natalie Green, escorted by Anne-Marie and Dave Green.
Are we still rolling, Paul?
We would like to thank all the seniors for their participation throughout all the years in Red Night activities. Parents, thank you for always supporting us and being there to make us our best selves.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Welcome back to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports. You are looking live at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's, and we're bringing you Suburban Red football streaming live on YouTube. You are watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location. I am Robert Christensen, and there is our score at halftime, 14-7, and it was a really well played first half. I felt our score is close. Both teams have made competitive plays on both sides of the ball. I expect that to continue here in half number 2. And Orono is about to receive. They'll defend the south end zone. And back to kickoff for the Red Knights is Elliot Hitter, number 23. 12 minutes on the clock. Red Knights looking for their first win. They're down 7, looking for a good defensive start of quarter number 3. And back to receive the kickoff for Orono is number 11. That is Joseph Greenagle, and he is brought down quickly by number 3 for the Red Knights on the tackle, Quentin McMenemy, the 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. Makes the stop, and Orono will start first and 10. They deferred after winning the toss to begin the contest and kicked off instead, and that paid off. They have a 14-7 lead and the ball. Just underway here, third quarter, as they come out with the play already called. Back under center for the Spartans, Charlie Kraus, the 6', 185-pound senior under center, and the handoff on the crossbuck to number 8. It looked like got the carry. Nash, Tishy, kind of on the cross route there. He was in the tight end position or a flanker, kind of hard to tell there, right hidden, and came across and took the ball out to the 29-yard line for a gain of 4. Clock underway in the third quarter, 2nd and 7. Huddle by Orono. Now under center, that's number 10 from our end zone camera view, Charlie Kraus with the tailback, Liam Rogers behind him. 2nd and 7, they're gonna call it. And the handoff to Rogers, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage as there's a host of Red Knights in on the tackle. First of which is that man right there, number 55, with another great defensive play. Brian Banks, the 6'2", 255-pounder, off to a great start here, as he is a load to handle for Orono, and it's 3rd and 8, and the home crowd can sense the importance of getting a 3 and out to begin quarter number 3. 3rd and 8 from the 28. Kraus under center, 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the near side. Fake handoff, back to pass, throws right on the flank. There may have been contact, and there was, and there's gonna be a pass interference call on the senior Dominic Argenta, as it looked like he did make contact with the intended receiver before the ball arrived. As we look at the replay here, Kraus throws right, and right there, it looked at least from this angle that Argenta may have made contact and interfered, and that is the call, and it will be 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. As we look at it one more time, right there, it appears Argenta did make contact and brought down the receiver, which very well could have prevented the reception. So now we have a 1st and 10 on the penalty from the 48-yard line of the Spartans. They're off to a good start with their first down here. Clock stop with 10:25 to go. They lead 14-7. Kraus with the pitch to the near side to number 4, Rogers, and he is met in the backfield this time by number 5, the speedy Max Wendt. Comes shooting that gap and makes another tackle. Rogers drops it, and he looks a little shaken up there as he gets up slowly. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11 as we're now below 10 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11 from their own 42 near hash mark. 2 wideouts to the far side, none to the left. Single tailback, Kraus under center. Man in motion from the right to the left, and the handoff, and oh my goodness, and there was a fumble, and recovered by Benilde, and the running back came up hobbling on that tackle, and he may have an Achilles injury there or a hamstring pull, and he is still down on the ground, and I think the pain was so great it caused him to drop the ball, and he is still on his back, and that is Rogers. And what happened? Either an Achilles or a hamstring right here as he is tackled. Now that was the previous play, and I thought he was hurt on that play. As they now tend to him, they're looking at his left leg there. Let's see now, this is the next replay. The handoff to Rod, and right there, he's already hobbling. So something happened on the takeoff, and then the pain was so great he had to give up the ball because he wasn't hit. And that looked like an Achilles or possibly a hamstring. It was so strange. Right here, he just goes, and he just couldn't move it. And yeah, as soon as he starts moving in his right ankle, he couldn't move it. That could be an Achilles tear. And that is a serious injury, as they still tend to him. And that's kind of how those things happen. If you haven't stretched enough on a cold night like tonight, and those are painful, you can see he's still in pain. And I feel for that young man as they're gonna get him up. Let's see if he puts any weight on it. But boy, he did not get off, and that, yeah, I'll bet that's an Achilles tear. Oh my goodness. Number 4, as he gets a round of applause. He was having a great night at tailback, 5'9", 175-pound junior, and he's not able to put any weight. And on a cold night like tonight, if you don't stretch that out, it can just snap. And they say it's like a shade that rolls up on a window. Hopefully that's not as serious as I see it could be, and he is still being helped off. But players do come back from that, but they've got to do surgery and tie it all the way back down to the bottom of the ankle, and then the rehab. It's just about stretching those calf muscles. Sad to see. We'll see what impact. He was their starting tailback, the junior, and now there was a turnover on that and a chance for the Red Knights now as they take over possession on the 41. Back to pass and getting chased. Orono, they're going to be fired up about the loss of their tailback, and Jarahov gets rid of it as he was being chased by a trio of Spartans on defense, including number 44, Brady McPherson, also in on the tackle, and leading it was number 57, Logan Schleter for the Spartans. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Clock stopped on the incompletion, 9:31 to go. Our score, 14-7. Red Knights trying to get their first win of the year. It matters a lot as they've had a rough record and taken down and then fumbling it, but he'll be ruled down on the reception for the Red Knights. Number 11, that's Jack Schull, 6'3", 205-pounder, as that was Yogaraha completing that ball, and the completion brings it to the 42-yard line, the original line of scrimmage, or maybe one back. It's going to be a 3rd and 11 from the 42. Clock continuing to wind down, just below 9 minutes. Yagaraha looks left, throws left. He's got a player open. He comes back for it, and it's complete to number 13 on the comeback, Khalif Brown. Or excuse me, that's 23, Elliott Hitter. On the reception, there's Yagaraha, looks left, and he got rid of it, and he was decisive as he went over his back shoulder, and they played that to perfection. Now 1st and 10 from the 19. Yagaraha with the underneath. This time it is to number 13, Khalif Brown, and he gets taken down at about the 17, 18-yard line, so a short gain on the cross pattern. Here's the replay. Yagaraha from our great end zone camera, and there is that launching throw, and that was planned to be off the back shoulder and executed perfectly right in front of the defender, number 18, George Perkins. We'll now have a 2nd and 11 from the 20. Red Knights looking to tie it up here on their first possession of quarter number 3. 8 minutes to go, clock winding down. Yagaraha looks left, throws left once again with little hesitation, and this time he overthrows the intended receiver, Khalif Brown, on the flag pattern, going right there for the end zone. He was looking left the whole time and let it go, and there was a little bit of space there, and he had an opportunity but just overthrew him slightly for the incompletion. Now 7:53 to go, 3rd and 11. Look at that replay, just missed him. And he was open, not by a lot, but he was open. Yagaraha unable to drop it in there, and now he looks to his wrist for the plays as he talks to the sideline. Taking his time, no huddle. Yagaraha in the shotgun. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. This time he looks right, pulls up, comes over the middle, and it's almost intercepted by number 44. And broken up by that man right there, number 28 for the Spartans. That's Alex Lovelace. As we look at the replay, Yagaraha steps up, lets it go in the middle, and just got tipped and almost still complete. He almost got that completed, but now it's a 4th and 11, and now they're going to try a field goal attempt. Into kick number 23, Elliott Hitter. It's going to be from the spot at the 29, a 39-yard attempt from near the right hash mark. Set down and big kick, and I think it's good. He hooks it inside the left upright, and what a boot with plenty to spare. And I think I was commenting on what their kicking game might be like, but he could have made that from another 10 yards out, and that's a big-time kick for the Red Knights as they put 3 on the board here. Midway through the quarter number 3s, he comes right in there and lets it fly. Plenty of distance, plenty of height. At least 10 yards to spare on that kick from the 39-yarder, and the Red Knights pull within 4 with 7:41 to go. And that is a huge kick as we look at the crowd. It was a lot bigger before the dance team performed, but now that they've gone, quite a few parents have also left, and it was quite a great dance team performance by the award-winning Red Knight dance team, so kudos to them. Great performance. And now the Red Knights, after the made field goal from 39 yards out by number 22, Elliott Hitter, as he tees it up from the 40. And the Red Knights looking to capitalize. They got the turnover on the injured fumble by the tailback, Liam Rogers. I doubt we'll see him back tonight. And now the kickoff by Hitter, and he kicks it deep over the intended receivers into the end zone. And he does have a big leg, folks, especially for high school. Hitter is a 6'3", 180-pound senior. And now Orono, as we look at some spectators on the sideline, dressed appropriately. We're in the upper 30s, not a lot of wind. You can see the leaves are pretty still, which makes it a really beautiful night. I don't think the players are feeling the cold at all. These are great nights to be playing football. Now, from their own 20, Orono with their second possession of the second half. Their first one resulted in a fumble on the injured Liam Rogers. And now Orono quickly gets the ball to the far side and close to a first down. Was number, who is that? Number 12? I can't quite see. 18 on the reception from Kraus. George Perkins, as we look at the replay, and it's going to be second and about 1 from the 39 or the 29-yard line on that right hash mark. Orono breaks huddle. Kraus now under center. The tailback is number 8, Nash Tishy, in for the injured Rogers. 2 wideouts on either side. Motion man and the handoff to Tishy, and he finds some room on that right tackle. Now a flag comes in from the backfield, and that's usually holding from that position, and that might nullify the run. And yes, Orono is going to go back. It's going to be holding, and that is the call. Holding. We'll bring it back on that 2nd and 1. It'll make it 2nd and 11 from the 19. And that is quite a different proposition than 2nd and 1. Costly penalty there by the Spartans as they are clinging to a 4-point lead. 6:56 to go as they break huddle. Ball on the far right hash mark. 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. Single setback and the fake handoff. Kraus rolls right, looking as he gets taken down. He lets the ball go, and it's going to be incomplete as he did get out of the pocket. There won't be an intentional grounding, and great defensive pressure this time as we go to the end zone camera coming from your left screen, putting the pressure on with that speed. Number 69, Bryce Comerford, the 5'10", 215-pound senior, makes it 3rd and 11 for the Spartans. Red Knights trying to force a 3 and out after their 39-yard field goal, drew them within 4, 6:43 to go, 3rd quarter. Kraus breaks huddle. He'll come up under center. Single setback. 2 wideouts, flanker to the far side. Calling signals under center. Kraus, man in motion, throws it to the near side, and it's almost intercepted. It would have been 6 for sure. Fran alone read it. It was in his hands, and he saw 6. Let's see the replay. Oh, there was nothing on that. It was right in his arms. My goodness, he just failed to bring it in. But it brings up a 4th and 11, and that's a punting situation for the Spartans as they'll kick it back. So 3 and out. Great start here in the 3rd quarter. Forced fumble, or it was more of an injured fumble, but they turned it into a field goal. Now on the ensuing possession by the Spartans, they go 3 and out. And that punt is shanked to the right side, and great field position for the Red Knights. They are 0-6, and they've got to be feeling some momentum now at home, just down 4. As we look at the punt by number 3, Schwedeman, and that is kicked off the side of his foot, and that goes off right out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Red Knights. 6:34 to go. They'll start on the far hash mark at the Spartan 31-yard line. Very short field. And you wonder if you go hard right to the end zone on a play like that. Trips to the near side and the handoff, and that is not fooling anybody. Especially number 23 on defense was not fooled in the least. Mason Beltran, the 5'11", 190-pound senior, corrals it for a 4-yard loss. And boy, did Orono need that defensive play. They lost their star running back, unable to convert a 1st down. They gave up a field goal, and now it's 2nd and 14. Red Knights, Yagaraha throws in the slot, complete at the 29. It'll bring up a 3rd and long, but nevertheless a nice completion as the clock continues to run. 5:43 to go, and there is the end zone replay. The completion to Jack Schull, ball at the 29. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8. And I don't know if they're in field goal range here as Yagaraha now comes from the sideline. Clock continues to run, 5:24 to go, 3rd quarter. Yagaraha in the shotgun, looking right, hesitates, Comes up the middle, puts that down, and now he'll run, and he gets hit from in the front and behind. Hard hit. And he gets taken down at about the 23-yard line. He's going to be short. It's going to bring up a 4th down. As we look at the replay from the end zone, as he tucks it underneath, still keeps his head up, and boy, took a hit there. And now, are we going to have a kicking situation? We are, after that last kick. This time, that was a 39-yarder. This will be a 41-yarder from the right hash mark. He just kicked one from 39. 4:40 to go, clock running as the Red Knights try to pull within 1. Set, place, kick, and it's in. As he hooks it right in that left upright, much like the last one, with not as much room to spare, but he has now accounted for the last 6 points on long field goals. Elliott Hitter makes it 14-13, and now the crowd is enthusiastic here. Small but loyal. Look at that kick. Great impact, great arc, and you can just see he slid it right in the front of that left upright. What a kick. As we look at the concession stand, they had the grills going. You can see all the treats right there in front. If you come down, they got one more home game coming up next Wednesday, and it is great entertaining football. It's unfortunate they're 0-6, but now they're within 1 point, looking for their first win. Spartans off to a rough start here in the second half. They lost their star running back. Now they've given up 6 points on 2 consecutive drives for field goals, and now back to kick off. Last time it made it to the end zone is Elliott Hitter. Set the Spartans back on their own 20. He'll try to do it again as he approaches the kickoff. And that's going to be received and returnable. Taken at about the 12-yard line by Orono. Breaking right, and number 9 and sprawling Victor Rulin with a head of steam dives out to about the 37, maybe 38-yard line. Let's see where they mark him down. As we look at number 9, receive it on the replay. Ruland, junior, 5'10", 190. Nice cut to the right side, breaks a tackle, and finally upended as he falls down at about the 35. They'll call it on the right hash mark. Clock stopped with 4:22 to go. Spartans had a 14-7 lead at half. We look at the winds, starting to pick up just a little out of the west. And the pitch to number 11, Green Eagle, and he'll find some room on the right side, but not much. Maybe a gain of 1. Has a great defensive running stand there. There's the pitch, cutting right back and making the tackle. Was that Banks again? Number 55 coming in. No, that was number 5, and he's injured. Max Went, 5'9", 180-pound senior, but he's going to stay in the game. 2nd and 9. Clock under 4 minutes to go here, third quarter. You're watching Benilde on ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We're streaming live on YouTube. Under center is Kraus, 34 to go. 2nd and 9, quick shot on the slant is complete for a first down to number 5 on the reception. Owen Barkley, 5'9", 165-pound junior, found the soft part in between 3 defenders, broke a tackle and landed out at the 48-yard line for a 1st and 10. So a big conversion for the Spartans. Clock continues to wind down, under 3.5, 3:24 to be exact, as they break the huddle. Kraus under center, as he has been almost all game long. 2 wideouts to the right, none to the near side. Single setback. Kraus under center, calling signals. Almost got Benilde to jump. And there is Banks with the stop again behind the line of scrimmage. He wasn't alone, though. It looked like maybe number 27 was in on the tackle right there. Oh, there was a hold on Orono. Actually, the penetration by number 69 made that play. Bryce Commerfield should get the credit. He was held. They didn't call it. 2:42 to go. 2nd and 12. Great defensive running play once again by Benilde. That is definitely one of their talents as a team. Okay, Kraus under center. Handoff, and again, breaking a tackle was number 11, Green Eagle, as he was caught behind the line, but was able to break that tackle. Once again, streaking in was Comerford, wreaking havoc, blowing by that offensive linemen. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 9 as the Red Knight defense is really starting to strengthen here late in the 3rd quarter, 2:05 to go. And they are looking for their first win, and boy, does it matter here at home. 49-yard line, 3rd and 9. Big play here for Orono in the second half. Under center, Kraus, back to pass, rolls right, getting chased, lets it go, and it is incomplete. Or was it complete? It was complete. What a reception for a first down by number 8. In traffic, Nate Tishy. What a clutch pass by Kraus. Running right, getting chased, lets it go. In traffic, hits him on the money, and what great concentration there by number 8, Nash Tishy. Brings it in traffic for a huge reception and a first down for Orono. Now they're 1st and 10 at the Red Knight 36, 1:19 to go. Clock winding down, late 3rd quarter. Orono trying to answer back, and the handoff to the left side. And after eluding a tackler, he brings it down to the 30. It'll be for a gain of 6. 1 minute to go, clock winding down. Orono trying to answer back with their first points here in the second half. They had a very tough beginning. They lost their star running back, and he fumbled all on the same play with what looked like a very serious injury. Red Knights get 2 field goals ensuing, and now Orono having their best drive as they have now recovered, I think, for losing their player, trying to right themselves here late in the 3rd quarter. 30 seconds to go. Kraus looks right, throws right, and overthrows Tishy. He did get a hand on it as he turned him around. And with that incompletion, let me look at the replay here. Here's Kraus. Fake handoff, looks right, sets, throws. He had him open, turned him back around and was just unable to make the completion, but he was open there as he had found some room past William Fratellone. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4 from the Red Knight 30. Big defensive play here for the Red Knights if they want to get the lead. And now late substitutions for the Spartans. They break huddle. They're going to have to get going here. I don't know what the play clock is or how they monitor that, but he's not going to have a lot of time. 3rd and 4, quickly under center, back to pass, fake handoff. Throwing right, complete to Tishy. He's got room on the cross, and he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 15 at the 14. It's going to be another 3rd down conversion, and that has been a big story here for the Orono Spartans on offense, is their high percentage of 3rd down conversions, and here they do it once again here late in the 3rd. Kraus pulls up, nice pass right on the money to the crossing Victor Rulin. And he gets the first down and then some as he is forced out at the 14 by Fratellone. 16 seconds on the clock. And there seems to be some discussion. And was there a penalty flag that I didn't see? Oh, there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Orono. My goodness, what a fortuitous break for the Red Knights. That's going to back them up to the 29-yard line. But it's going to be a 1st and 10. I can't explain that. On the 3rd, so it was after the first down was made, the ball was dead. He was going to be down at the 19. Unsportsmanlike brings it back to the 29. Let's see if we can see where it was. There's the crossing pattern, nice completion. He comes down here. Fratellone pushes him out. And there it is right there. Oh yeah, that's the reaction. I'll admit, Slater Crandall, the Red Knights, he got there a little late, but the retaliation always brings the flag. Keeping your composure is such an important part, and that was the end of quarter number 3. I didn't even notice it, Paul. So we're gonna go to the 4th quarter, our score 14-13. Stay with us for the exciting conclusion in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
All right, we're back at McQuinn Athletic Complex. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location, streaming live on YouTube. It is now 1st and 10 from the 29, and that pass is complete to number 18 in the slot for the Spartans. George Perkins brings the ball down to about the 23-yard line, maybe the 24. They're going to call it the 23, brings up 2nd and 4. We're just underway here in the 4th quarter. Glad you're with us on ParkTV 16 Sports. 2nd and 4 from the 23, 11 and a half minutes, clock winding down. Red Knights looking for their first win of the year at home, down 1 point. Orono driving though. As I mentioned, 2nd and 4. Kraus under center. 3 wideouts, man in motion, and the handoff to the motion man is number 9, Ruland, and he is taken down after a short gain. Brought down there by number 5, that's Went, the 5'9", 180-pound senior. Brings up now a 3rd and 3 and a critical play here for the Spartans. They want to keep this drive going and add to their lead. In this Suburban Red matchup, you'll recall we brought a basketball game in the playoffs between, oh no, that was West Tonka, not Orono, they're neighbors. All right, 10 and a half minutes to go. Handoff and brought down immediately for little gain. The handoff was to number 11, Joseph Greenagel, and who was in there? I'll bet it was Banks. Yep, number 55, Banks. Wow, what a talent that kid is. I wonder where he's gonna play next year. He's gotta be Division I material, I would think. 10 minutes now, clock winding down, and it is 4th and 4, and the Spartans are gonna go for it here. Huge play. Crowd senses it. Under 10 minutes to go. Kraus quickly to the near side, complete, and stretching is gonna get the first down at the 16-yard line, and another clutch conversion for Kraus and the Spartans. That has been the key. If they win this game, that 3rd down completion percentage is gonna be what they're gonna point to as he gets the completion to number 83, Hunter Fox, and it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Clock now under 10 minutes to go. And you get the feeling the game on this drive could be on the line here for the Red Knights. Clock is gonna become a factor, especially if the Spartans get some points here. As they break huddle, Kraus under center. I formation, first time tonight, single wide out to the left. Fake handoff, play action pass, getting chased out of the pocket, throwing out of bounds. Incomplete. Clock stopped with 9:19 to go. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 as we look at the replay. Good pressure from Banks. Forces Kraus to let it go out of bounds. Smart play by him. Will bring up a 2nd and 10. Spartans clinging to a 1-point lead. Ball on the hash mark to the near side. Going towards from north to south. Kraus under center, 2 wideouts to the left side, single setback, fake handoff, bobbles it, gets control, throws to the end zone, wide open, touchdown. Tishy gets it. Touchdown Spartans on 2nd and 10 from their own 16. Kraus back to pass, looked left, no hesitation, almost lost it there, but had the patience and composure and put it right on the money. Beautiful rainbow pass there by Kraus. Gives the Spartans a 7-point lead with 9:10 to go. Now in for the extra point.
Number 3, Franklin Schwedeman.
Is Franklin Schwedeman. But it will still be a 1-possession game whether he makes it or not. So still a great opportunity for the Red Knights. 9:10 remaining and the extra point is good. And an 8-point lead now for the Spartans, but the Red Knights will take over, down 1 score and a 2-point conversion at home. Looking for their first win as we look at that beautiful kick by Franklin Schwendeman. You can still see the leaves are still on the trees here in the Midwest metro area. I was in Duluth last week, and the fall colors up there were absolutely gorgeous as they're peeking a little ahead here. And we look at that beautiful throw by Kraus as we look at the Red Knights now as they will come out to receive the ensuing kickoff. They'll be going from the south to the north. Down 1 score, looking for their first victory of the year. They'll have one more opportunity tonight coming up on a short week against Robbinsdale Cooper right back here on their home campus. But right now they want to get this win here on senior night. And back to receive the kickoff is number 10. Nick Kelb along with Dominic Argenta, and that ball will land right at the goal line and tumble into the end zone for a touchback. And so the clock, no time expired on the kickoff. Red Knights will take over from their own 20. They got 80 yards to go to get a score, plus a 2-point conversion to tie it up. As we look at the head coach for the Red Knights, Sean McManey. I believe that's the head coach, maybe not. And one of the coaches. All right, now late coming in is number 33, Xavier Lumpkin in the shotgun. No huddle is number 2, Nirvan Yogaraha, the 6'3", 175-pound junior with a big, strong arm. He's got to lead his team. 5 wideouts, trips to the near side, double wideout to the right, back to pass, throwing across the middle, complete. And what a throw it was to number 13, Khalif Brown, or number 12, excuse me, Luke Guggenberger, the 6'4", 185-pound sophomore. And look at that rocket arm right on the money to the 6'4" receiver. And he's a big target. Now, right away, no huddle, and that throw is complete to the near side, but a great tackle by Orono's number 23, Mason Beltran, stops him in his tracks after a short gain. Maybe none. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40 as there's the reception to Lumpkin, and we got a player down, and that is that Xavier Lumpkin? He is not happy with that injury, and he looks in pain. Oh my goodness. Let's hope it's not serious. Let's see. Watch out, folks. The leg is what they're going to say is bent, maybe. Oh. Yeah, he goes right to that ankle, and it could be a high sprain. Let's see. Is it the knee? Let's hope it's not the knee. That's Xavier Lumpkin. And he is quite a talented kid. He is not happy. He might sense how serious it is. I don't know. He's moving that ankle around. He might be okay. Let's see here. Can he put any weight on? No, he cannot. Oh my goodness. It looks hurt. That's the 2nd serious injury tonight. Oh my goodness. Xavier Lumpkin, 175 pounds, 6'3" junior. As we look at their upcoming schedule, of course, it's Orono tonight. And that is a huge loss for the Red Knights. Sorry to see that ankle. You never know. If it's just a bad sprain, you can't put any weight on it. Let's hope that's all it is. All right, now following that injury timeout, clock back underway, 8:28 and running. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Red Knights trying to get their first win. Yagerhoff throws it down the sidelines, and coming over to make the defensive play and reading it all the way was Victor Rulin for the Spartans. But the ball was there on the money. Just good defense by the Spartans, as the intended target was number 23, Elliot Hitter. And it might have been thrown a little too inside. He needed to get that over his back shoulder, and it might have been complete. And there is Yager Rahoff looking at head coach Sean McManey. Menomi. that how you pronounce it? Yeah, McMenemy. Okay. 3rd and 10. Yahara back to pass, gets pressure to the near side. He puts it down. He's going to have to run. He finds a seam on the near sideline, and he does get out of bounds, and there's going to be a flag, and that could have been an illegal block by the Red Knights. Blindside block. And it appeared that Yagaraha got enough just barely for the first down on the run, but it's going to all depend on the flag. And there is the head coach of the Red Knights. He is not happy with that call. I don't know if we can see the replay, but I did catch out of the corner of my eye a blindside block. And as they discuss it down there, we'll find out soon enough. 8:09 on the clock, 4th quarter, 21-13 our score. Red Knights looking for their first win. Let's see what happens here. Personal foul, block in the back on the Red Knights. That is declined. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the replay. Let's see if we can see it. Yagaraha finds a seam right there. I don't know about that call. I disagree respectfully. He wasn't from the side or from behind, at least on that camera angle. Let's see here. Yagaraha comes to the near side. Let's see right. No, he's way in front of him. I disagree with that call. Was there a block right after that? I don't know. And there's a punt, high and short. And it's going to bounce favorably for the Red Knights. Big bounce for the Red Knights. It's going to be down at about the 21-yard line. And the clock is stopped with 7:56 to go. There might have been another block. Let's see here. So here's Yagaraha, because I didn't think that block was bad. Oh, there it was. Oh, but gosh, he barely touched him. Wow, that's a tough call. You wondered if he even had any impact on the play, and it wasn't even at all violent. Just barely touched him. Boy, my goodness. That's a tough call for the Red Knights late in this one. 7:56 to go. But you gotta overcome bad calls. They happen all the time. It's part of the game. And now here come the Spartans, and right now the Red Knights got to be thinking 3 and out. All right, here come the Spartans. Play already called. Kraus under center, as he's been almost all night. I formation, single setback, or wide out to the near side, and the handoff, and that is number 9. Rulin with it as he gets hit, spin move, and he'll fall ahead for a short gain. Here's the replay. Handoff, penetration by Banks, hit by Wendt, unable to wrap him up. And maybe a gain of just 1. Clock continuing to run down now, 7.5 minutes right now. Spartans looking to work that clock. They're 2-4. They would love to get to 3-4 and a chance to go 500 by the end of the year. So it's an important game for them as well on the road. They break huddle. And they are definitely taking all the time they can. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. And there's the running play on the pitch. Breaking a tackle, cutting it back up for a long gain, but it's going to be short of the first down. And they're going to be about a yard short, maybe a half yard, depending on the mark. Clock now under 7 minutes. There's the pitch to number 9, Rulin. Found some room before he's brought down right at the 30. And the running play, did he get enough forward progress? I think they're going to give him the first down, and that was a key running play for the Spartans. Clock stopped momentarily to check the spot and whether it's a first down. Let's see how close it is, and they're clearly enough for the first down. A gain of 2, maybe 2.5. 1st and 10 from the 32, clock back underway. 6.5 minutes remaining. Spartans are going to try to run out this clock on a long sustained drive here in the 4th quarter. The Red Knights got to dig deep to find a stop. 1st and 10 from the 32. Kraus under center. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. Single setback flanker to the right. Kraus under center, calling signals, and the handoff to be expected, and he's brought down for a loss. But the more important factor, the clock continues to run. Rulin with the carry, gets it out to the 33 for a gain of 1. Clock under 6 minutes to go. Play comes in from the sideline. There's the scoreboard. Clock continues to run. I think both teams have their full complement of timeouts here in the second half. So far, the Red Knights are content with letting that clock continue to wind down. 5:40 to go. Kraus under center. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. Single setback. Man in motion is Tishy. And the fake handoff rolls right, throws, and almost intercepted, and out of his hands was number 10, Nick Kalb, and he's going to be dreaming about that. That would have been the big play that they needed. Right there, there's the throw, and it was right in his hands, and my goodness, it's been a couple drops both on offense and defense the Red Knights would like to have back, but still a great defensive play. It stops the clock with 5:27, and now a key 3rd and 10 coming up for the Spartans. Game could be on the line right here on this play with 5:27 to go. Kraus under center, 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, back. The screen pass is complete, and he's brought down for a short gain. And that'll bring up a 4th and long, and probably a punting situation. So the Red Knights do their job here, and it looks like they are going to put in punting formation, as they should if you're the Spartans. That was well played there by number 10, who just came and kind of fell down. Nick Kalb on defense makes the stop. And now the Spartans in punting formation. Clock continues to wind down, though. Under 5 minutes to go. Back to receive, number 42 for the Red Knights. That is DeAndre Makaya, the 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. And the punt underway. Good kick by the Spartans. Sends him back to his 30, and he decides to let it go at the last minute, and it bounces right there at the 30. Boy, the Red Knights were fortunate that that ball did not get a huge roll for Orono, as he decided to let it go right there at the last minute. Almost could have touched him. As it turns out, it was a fortuitous downing there, and the Red Knights will have decent field position from their own 30. They're down 1 score and a 2-point conversion with 4:36 to go. I think they have their full complements of timeouts, and now we're ready to get underway. Quarterback Nirvan Yogaraha in the shotgun formation. Back to pass, looks right, lets it fly on the pattern to the sideline, and is it intercepted again? He threw it in the traffic. Kind of like playing 500, and there's the interception by Perkins. Coming with that first play, and that is disappointing if you're a Red Knight fan. He just threw it into coverage, didn't he? Too wide, yeah, it's almost like they played a Hail Mary ball there, and I didn't think they were needing to do that. With 4:28 to go, it was basically a Hail Mary type situation. And I would have liked to have seen a little more creativity in their offensive play calling than just throwing it up for grabs, especially with so much time left. And now the defense is really going to have to make a play here and force some sort of turnover or get a quick 3 and out. There's still time left, but they really got to put the hammer down on defense. Okay, Kraus under center, man in motion, number 18 is Perkins, and the handoff is quickly met behind the line of scrimmage once again by, guess who? Number 55, Brian Banks. They can't handle Brian Banks. He is wrecking havoc out there. I don't think anybody could. Look at that guy. He is one heck of an athlete. Just looking at him there. I'm sure he is being recruited all over the place. Okay, under 4 minutes. Clock's continuing to wind down. 2nd and 13. Kraus back to throw. Looks right, and he is almost brought down, but gets rid of it, and it's complete to the near side to number 8, Tishy, and he stays in bounds, and that is critical. Smart heads-up play by Tishy. Didn't get out of bounds, keeps that clock continuing to run. 3.5 minutes to go. Nice fake there by Kraus, and he almost was brought down by Banks. That would have been a huge sack, but still a great stop. Clock continuing to run. 3rd and 10. Red Knights have to get a stop here if they're going to have any chance to tie this game up by the end. Clock continues to run. Late play call coming in. Running it in is number 18, George Perkins. I'm not sure what the play clock is here, if they keep it on the field or how much time it is. There already was 1 delay a game so far. Now Kraus under center. Single wide out to the far side, single setback, tight formation, and now a whistle and a timeout taken by the Spartans. As they're gonna talk it over on 3rd and 10. As will the Red Knights, as they're looking for their first win. Hoping it comes here tonight on what really turned out to be a nice night. A little on the chilly side, but really no wind to speak of, making it very pleasant for the players, and the fans aren't freezing, although they're dressed for it. And if you're dressed for it, it's actually lovely to be out there. You can see everyone with their winter hats and their blankets. And if it was windy, I think it would be a different story, but it's not windy, so it feels very comfortable. As the Red Knights now break the sideline huddle. Key defensive play coming up here on 3rd and 10. Orono at their own 37. They get a first down here, and that will probably decide it. Huge play. Red Knights at home looking for their first win. Ball on the 37, near sideline. Single wide out on the far side. Kraus, and now a whistle. Is that a false start or an encroachment? Let's see. This could be huge right here. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, and they're gonna move it up to the 42. That's a 5-yard penalty encroachment on the Red Knights. I don't even need to be told. And now Orono with 2:51 on the clock, which is stopped. And they move the ball up. Let's see if we get a signal. It was either going to be false start or encroachment, and they marked it off against the Red Knights from the 37 to 42. I'm not a math major, but, oh, now it's back at the 37. So maybe no call on that. So we'll call 3rd and 10. Big play here now. Kraus under center. And the fake handoff, back to pass, stays in the pocket, hesitates and lets it fly. And both Red Knight defenders had fallen down, and that ball was overthrown, intended for number 18, George Perkins. And he may have been held up. Our end zone camera should tell the story right here. He hesitated, then he let it go. And look at the Red Knights were falling down. If that ball is anywhere close, it's 6 for Orono, but nevertheless not. It's going to be 4th and 10 from the 37, so a good stop for the Red Knights. They're going to have a chance here, which is all you can ask for with 2:47 on the clock. Punting formation for the Spartans. Back to receive for the Red Knights is number 42. That is DeAndre Makaya, and he takes it on the bounce. As a player goes down, number 2 for the Spartans, but he gets up quickly, Logan Chappell, and it's down, and now here comes the starting quarterback, the junior Neuron Yogaraha, looking to lead his Red Knights to victory, or at least a tie with 2:39 to go. You couldn't ask for more excitement as the Red Knights looking for their first win from the 25, almost in the middle of the field, 25.5-yard line. Yagaraha in shotgun formation, single setback, back to pass, stays in the pocket, throws to the near side, complete at the 33 by number 13, Khalif Brown, as he tries to get out of bounds to stop the clock, and he's unable to do so. Clock will continue to run, brings up a 2nd down. As we look at the replay, Yagaraha looks left, throws left, nice tight spiral, completed at the 34, and they're gonna mark it back as he did come back on it to the 32. That brings up a 2nd and 10, so no gain on the completion. Now Yagaraha finds wide open. That's number 10, as he found himself open. Nick Cobble on the near sideline as he falls forward on the tackle to the 47, and a first down for the Red Knights on that completion. Great end zone camera work by our videographers. Best in the business in high school. Look at that shot on the sideline, and now a whistle and a timeout on the field taken by the Spartans, and that might be their 3rd of this half, at least their 2nd that I can recall. And that timeout comes with 1:58 to go, a 1st and 10 for the Red Knights. They're at their own 46, and they've got a shot here to draw within 1 with a drive and a possible 2-point conversion to tie it up. and hopefully force overtime and try to get their win. But first they've got to go 54 yards with 1:58 to go, and there is head coach Sean McMenemy talking it over with his offense. Orono already out, ready to play the down. And now here come the Red Knights. Orono called that timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 46. Great action here. Glad you're with us on ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and that man right there, Nirvan Yogaraha, is trying to lead him on a 1st and 10 in the shotgun formation. Back to pass, gets pressured, and now he's brought down. He is sacked. In on the play for the Spartans, number 44, Brady McPherson, along with number 57, Logan Schleter, as they came right up the middle and almost held there, and Yagarov almost escaped there, but not before he was brought down, and that'll be a loss on the play of 9, and that is a huge blow to their comeback effort here. It's gonna bring up a 2nd and 19, and that's gonna bring another timeout by that man right there, head coach Sean McMenemy.
Timeout taken, Red Knights.
And he is clearly disappointed with how that last play turned out. And he is looking down to find that next play as we look at the sideline of Spartans. They've got to feel good about a 2nd and 19 opportunity as their coach gives final instructions to their defense. 1:52 on the clock. There's the whistle. Timeout is over, and there is Xavier Lumpkin. And that ankle, but you know, he looks okay. He's squeezing it. I think it might just be a sprain. Oh, but there he's getting a reassuring hug. It could be broken. We'll see. I don't know which is worse. Sometimes bones are better than ligaments, to be quite honest. The bones will heal. Ligaments can take a lot longer, quite honestly. We'll see. Now, there is a holding call that's came from the backfield as Yager Rahov couldn't find anybody open on that 2nd and long. And he is brought down, I believe, for another loss of this time about 5. And this is going to be a huge, huge 2 plays coming up now. As we look at the replay in the shotgun, Yager Rahov looking, and again breaking through, and there's the hold. Logan Schleter. And now another consecutive timeout by the Red Knights, and who can blame them? 3rd and 19. Long game here on senior night. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes into it. And head coach McMenemy still expressing his disappointment. And there was a gain of 1 on that last play, so it's going to be 3rd and 18. So it was not technically a sack. And the Red Knights are down to their last 2 plays here with 1:44 to go. They're on their own 20. No, they're on their own 36. 3rd and 20, 2-down territory. And I think that's how you got to look at it, the Red Knights. You got to come up with that play that you know will work. You got to bet that Orono's going to be playing a little bit of prevent at 3rd and 20, so there should be some room underneath, and with a broken tackle, anything can happen. But that's what you got to be hoping if you're a Red Knight fan. Okay, they break huddle, trips to the near side, single wide out to the top. Yogarahoff in, single set back to his right. Calling signals, 3rd and 20 from the 36. 1:44 to go. Yagarahoff steps up, and he's going to be brought down for the 3rd consecutive time at the 33-yard line. And Orono's defense is really stepping up here late in the quarter, in the game, I should say. Yagarahoff unable to get any passes out. And now it is 4th down with 1:31 to go, and the Red Knights are down to their last play, and now they've taken their last timeout, their 3rd consecutive one here. And even if they get a 1st down, they're going to be out of timeouts. They're going to need to move quickly. And this might be where you actually throw a Hail Mary, right? 4th and 23 from the 33. Or some sort of misdirection play, a flea flicker, something to get that kind of yardage. 4th and 23, you've got to You gotta wish you're an Orono defensive lineman. You pin your ears back and you go after Yagaraha. This is fun times to be playing defense. Okay, here come the Red Knights following their last timeout. Looking for their first win. If they can get a first down here with 1:31 to go, they got a chance. Trips to the near side. Yagaraha in the shotgun. Quick snap. Looks, throws to the near side. Intended and almost complete. But a nice defensive play by number 8 for Orono's. And the intended, it was there. Ball was right there in his hands, and he couldn't quite come up with it. And a great defensive play by Tishy there, number 8. And that's going to be a turnover on downs with 1:24 to go. And it's really just a matter of Orono going into the victory formation, but there is a timeout on the field. As we look at that replay, this time from the end zone view. And boy, it was in his hands. He just couldn't hold on to it, only because of the great defensive play there by Tishy in the backfield. Broke up that most certain completion, which would have been for a first down. So a great play call there by the Red Knights. Just couldn't quite execute it at the end. And now the kneel down by Kraus under center. And he'll probably need to do that just one more time. 2nd and 11 on the loss of 1. And what a great matchup it was. Glad you were with us. Very competitive, entertaining Suburban Red Conference matchup. As the Red Knights really played hard to get that first win. But unfortunately, they're going to go to 0-7 as we're less than a minute to go. Kraus under center in victory formation. 2 key injuries. Lumpkin for the Red Knights. And the running back for the Spartans looked like he may have had also a serious injury on a kind of a crisp night here in mid-October. And that last knee down should end it. 30 seconds on the clock. One more call here, and that should do it. Kraus under center. Quick knee down. That will do it. 20 seconds remaining and nothing left but the final ticks on the clock. So for Paul Broden, our producer, director, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, our videographers, excellent job tonight. My name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again